Hey guys, Yummy here again, and it's raining right now, so sorry if you guys can hear any rain in the background, but I can't control the weather, I'm sorry. But today, I just wanted to make a video talking about how excited I am for Titanfall 2, and not only just the fact of Titanfall 2, being made and all that stuff, but other things going on in the industry, like other sequels such as the next Assassin's Creed and the next Battlefront, because you know that after these initial mistakes that they've been making, like how Battlefront was missing so much content at release, and Titanfall was as well. And also the fact that the Assassin's Creed franchise has gone downhill rapidly in recent years, so now they're taking a break to fix many of the things wrong with the game and actually take the time in making it a great game. And as such, it's not going to be released until next year. Just all these things like this is making me think that we're heading back towards a high point in the gaming industry. We were at a high point at the turn of the decade, like 2011 especially was an awesome year, and then we went down to the rock bottom of late 2013. And then we're starting to make our way back up, and corporations are realizing their mistakes, realizing that their shitty business practices are really hurting them, and people are just really tired of video games being terrible. So I'm glad that they're going to take the time with Assassin's Creed. They're going to add so much more shit in Battlefront 2 to make up for it, because now that they have that template for it. But Titanfall 2 is actually going to have a lot more content as well. They've been taking quite some time in making the game. It'll be 3 years or more than 3 years after once it comes out than when the first one was released. So they're definitely going to have way more content. And that's not just me being speculative or being hopeful. I mean, really, for the life of this development studio, like, it better have significantly more content than the first Titanfall. So they're definitely going to go all out with the story, because, I mean, this universe of Titanfall is actually pretty cool, especially, like, the technology, the way the ships look. I mean, you see, like, screenshots or concept images of space battles and stuff. It looks so amazing. It looks so awesome, and sometimes it is well replicated within the game, like in the background whenever you get onto the map and you see ships flying in and soldiers zipping down from them and stuff, and it looks really cool. The world is there. They just have to develop it and get you immersed in it in a good campaign, and I feel like that's what they're doing. That's what's taking them so long. Hopefully it's going to be on a very increased graphics engine, because the first one was kind of underwhelming. But definitely this is a cool universe that people can get into. It has the weapons, it has, just Titans. You can't really find any new games that have Titan combat anymore, and I feel like they're going to go all out finally. They're going to use the budget that they're given by EA to make the right things, and it's going to be a great experience. Because you got to remember that this game wasn't just fell off not because it was a bad game. I mean, people give it a bad rap now, but in itself, in the gameplay and the experience you have, it's not a bad game. It was just lacking so much content, and it still lacks content. It still doesn't have enough to where I'd be willing to spend $60 on the game. I mean, I got this for like $8 or something on G2A, and that's about as much as I'd spend on it. So the multiplayer is awesome. It's got a great experience for you. It's not the problem with the game. So honestly, all they should have been putting so much effort into over these last 3 years should be the campaign. And by that logic, you'd think that it would be pretty awesome by the time Titanfall 2 comes out, but you can just be hopeful about that. I mean, for the sake of this developer studio, if they want to actually survive and not get shut down, they better do a pretty good job, and I'm pretty hopeful that they are going to do a good job. One thing that I definitely hope to see in the next Titanfall game is I'd like to see them separate this game more from Call of Duty. I mean, if you guys didn't know that Respawn Entertainment is actually a development studio that split off of Infinity Ward because they didn't like the direction of the Call of Duty franchise. I can't really blame them there, me growing up on the early ones and seeing how great and, I mean, more grounded of an experience those games were. I'd like to see them kind of separate this game even more from COD, because there were a lot of times where I'm like, you know, yeah, this is practically Call of Duty with robots and wall running, because there's like the challenge system and just the overall pace of the game. It feels really Call of Duty. I mean, I understand fast-paced games, and not every fast-paced game is going to be like Call of Duty, but there was so many aesthetic aspects of this game that just reeked of Call of Duty, that for the sake of Titanfall, like, if they want it to be like its own individual entity, they need to separate it more from Call of Duty so that people view it more of its own game and less as, like, you know, some kind of Call of Duty ripoff. But overall, you know, whatever happens, I really expect the next Titanfall game to be really good. I mean, I'm excited for it. There's so much awesome shit in the first one, like not in terms of story or campaign, but just background stuff, especially in attrition, where you're running around with the bots that are actually pretty good. Like, they do bots right in Titanfall, and the way they interact with each other, all this background stuff that goes on, the effects of like the Titans grabbing your character and pulling you into them, that looks so cool. There's so much awesome shit that they're going to be able to build on for the next one, that I feel like they're finally going to actually deliver the experience that they wanted to deliver with this Titanfall game. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. If you guys are too, you should definitely say down in the comment section down below. And if you guys like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, this is Yummy. Goodbye and good hunting.